morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever in the world you are. Just want to put this out there that I'm not an expert. You got it? I'm really not. But when it comes to this thing called being an expert, you got to go into what you think it really is. Most of us relate experts as to people who really have all the answers, or people that don't get things wrong too much. But the reality is, it's like perfect. It's like being perfect. There are no perfect people, but yet there are people that strive and achieve perfection in different areas of their life. And being an expert is the same way. There is no real expert per se, but there are people who master levels of expertise in certain areas of their life. You got it? So, I'm not an expert. But I can tell you one thing when it comes to people, and that most of us probably have the wrong idea. I'm not speaking for everyone, obviously, but some of us that are in this whole dating pool thing, you know, some people have the wrong idea. First of all, we're really quick to just dismiss people totally because we don't want to waste time or anything of that sort. You know, that's the main one, really. We kind of want people to come put together already. You know what I'm saying? Like fully equipped. But nobody comes fully equipped ever. Like nobody. Nothing ever comes fully equipped. Everything always takes time to get put together. You know, assembly is always required. No matter what you do, whether you're talking about a thing or a person. If you want to cook a meal, you go to the store and you get the ingredients to cook it. It doesn't come already cooked. Now, wait a minute, Sid. There are places you can go when you can get it fully prepared. Before it gets to you, it had to get assembled. It had to get cooked and prepped for you to get it fully equipped. The same way when you get a car, or you get a car fully equipped. No. Before it gets to you, it had to go through an assembly process where it has to get put together piece by piece. People are the same way. The fact that we don't treat people like the same way is a little bothering because everything is all connected. Nobody is going to come to you fully equipped, all the way together, all the way down. Nobody has that. Nobody will have that. Everything takes time to get put together. It's just like a puzzle. Everything in this life is a puzzle, and it's all about you taking the right pieces to put together so that it fits, or so that it creates the picture, or so that it gets you to where you can put more pieces in there to create the whole picture. Everything takes assembly. Assembly is always required. You got it? Always. No matter what you do, you have to put things together. When it comes to people, people have to piece parts of themselves together in order to become better, a better version of themselves. And you're no different. You're not the same person that you were 2 years ago. You have to do things a little different. You have to tweak this a little bit. You have to stop doing that. You have to adjust this a little bit more. You have to do things because all of that is part of the assembly process. Assembly is always required. Nobody will come to you all the way together. Nothing will come to you fully equipped. Everything took assembly. So you are no different. You have to learn how to put things together. Not other people, obviously. Let them do that themselves. When it comes to things in your life, you still have to do work. Action is always required. And assembly is the biggest action of them all. It requires you to piece things together to make something fit, to make something whole, to make something bigger. Got it? So don't trip on people who claim to be experts. Don't trip on people for not being perfect. Understand that it's a process. And in an assembly line, it goes through a process. This person has to be responsible for that, to put that together. It gets passed to the next person to put that together. It gets passed person to the next, so on and so forth. It gets passed on down the line for each person to put something together until it gets put together completely. All of that is inside you when it comes to who you are and you being this perfect individual. because you'll never be, but there are things that you can do to perfect yourself in different areas. There are things that you can be an expert on in different areas of you so that you can have a certain level of expertise in knowing what this is and what that is. It took assembly. It took work. It took action. Action is always required. Assembly is always required. Nothing will come already put together. Not things, not people. So get it out your mind that this person won't do this or this person don't have that. Nobody's perfect, and nobody's an expert in any area. Everybody needs assembly in some areas of their life. Don't knock people for not knowing which area it is yet. Let them figure it out. Give them time and space for them to figure it out. Because somebody did the same for you at once. Whether it was a mate, whether it was somebody you like, or whether it was a parent. They gave you the space to figure it out. That's all assembly is. Figuring things out, how the pieces fit. So next time, tomorrow, next week, next year, whoever you run into, whatever you're doing, please know action is always required. Assembly is always required. Put it together. But don't knock the people that don't come to you fully equipped. Because everybody and everything went through an assembly process before it got fully equipped for whatever person. Got it? It's Motivation Monday, man. Hope you don't.